Slide எல்லாம் பார்த்தது சரி. Good morning, children. Right, I am Sendil Kumar. Right, today I am going to have a lesson for grade 10 English. Best practices according to our book curriculum syllabus. Today I am going to do it. Unit 5, in the second term syllabus, we are going to start it. According to the book, only I am going to do some activity. Right, the best practices, Unit 5. Right, in the activity 3, in that Unit 5, already they have some of the teachers done other dialogue part. Today I am going to do it a formal letter writing. Activity 3 and activity 4 I am going to do it. Is it okay? According to the textbook only I am going to refer this. Formal letter writing. This is a very prominent part in your writing skill. For the GCO, even this part is very important for your GC O-level exam. This is one of the compulsory question for your GC O-level exam, right? In the formal letter writing, this letter writing, normally letter writing means of communication. Its means of communication means, what do you mean by that? It's actually we are going to express our idea. So this is called letter. Normally letters are, we are going to express our idea. Here this question appeared in the second part, very compulsory for the 10 marks, right? There are, in our case, letter writing, I already told you, is a means of communication. Earlier, letter is one of the very prominent. Nowadays, email, right? Like that, so many means of communications are there. Anyway, earlier model is a letter writing. Here in the letter writing, there are two types of letter writings. One is formal letter, second one informal letter, right? Informal letter means you are writing your friends or any other parents or any other letter, informal way. This means casual, whatever you think, only in the exam purpose, if they ask the informal letter, to write an informal letter to your friend or pen friend or anything, your parent, right? In the case, if you write it, there is no format. They're just only a letter format, and the structure is very simple. Whatever you know, you have to interpret it. Hi, my friend, how are you? You write like that, answer is accepted. Right? Only they check it, yeah, language structure and grammar. That's all. That's a prominent. These are the for informal letter. Informal letter is very simple. Whatever you think, you can write it. You can interpret it. That is called informal letter within casual purpose, within your relationship, right? You write it. Second one, in your exam point of view, very prominent, right? Up to grade 10 to your, up to your, whatever the exam you sit, there's a one question in formal writing. Formal letter writing, formal email writing, everything is a formal. Formal mean, it means official purpose, all right? For example, if you want to write a letter to your school principal, you can't write, hi sir, how are you? Is it possible? No. Actually, that is a wrong thing. We can't write it. But English is correct. We can say, so why, what is the mistake in there? No mistake is there. But the way, the formal means, you have to write some official purpose. Right? So the structure also, we are going to use some different structures. Vocabulary, even we can't use it, all the vocabularies for the formal letter. Some people think only formal letter means they put an address and to whom, to who write it, to whom we write it, that address we put it, sender's address, receiver's address, and one of the subject, about a title, that's all. If you put it, that is a formal letter. That's wrong concept. Actually, formal means the letter should contain some formal structures. We have to say, I would be thankful to you if you could. You must write that. You can't change it any other way. I will be thankful. It's wrong. Grammatically, sometimes it may be correct, but the structure is informal. Right? So, grammar should be structure should be formal. Second one, vocabulary. Even vocabularies, we can't use it each and every vocabulary. Right? Sometimes I ask you, we can't use it the word ask. I will tell you later. So that is called we request you. That type of vocabulary today I am going to introduce you this type of way and how to write a formal letter. Right? Especially according to your syllabus today. Right? We are going to see it. The formal letter, letter of application. There are types of formal letters. Letter of inquiry, letter of complaint, letter of excuse. Right? There are so many etc. letter types are there, formal letters. Today, according to our syllabus, I am going to touch you letter of complaint. Right? So, letter of complaint, the model is in your textbook. Then I am going to explain how to write, what are the structures, what are the vocabularies we have to use it. So, these are the prominent. Simply, in the formal letter, the special features of the formal letter is, they don't expect lengthy one, very brief, short, it should be a short and sweet. We simply say short and sweet. The letter idea should contain very short. That's why the complaint letters, we can easily, if you write, memorize, read it, some of the letters, easily we can write in the exam point of view, some of the, if you read and familiar with that letters, we can easily write some of the letters. Right? Okay, now, the formal letter format. First, as you know in the textbook, they say address of the sender. You have any other styles, old style, new styles. There are different styles are there. These, right? Address of the sender, then date, name of the addressee, to whom you are going to send it, address of the addressee, right? Name, if you know the name, or designation. Sometimes, if principal, if you want to write a letter to the principal, don't write the names. Normally, what is it? We write it normally. We use it. Designations. Sometimes, we have to, in the foreign culture, they are use it. Some names. Nowadays, in Sri Lankan trend, we are using designation. Designation means their job titles, right? Address of the addressee, receiver, or salutation. Salutation means sir, dear sir. Even earlier we use it sir, madam. Nowadays, people use it dear sir. That's accepted, doesn't matter. Okay. Subject means what is the exam purpose, what is the letter is given to you, you are going to summarize what is the title. We are going to give a subject, overall that, the summary of the theme of the letter. Have you understand that? What is the theme? That should be written in, don't write the fully lengthy sentence, only phrase form. It should be a phrase form. Phrase means more than 2 words, right? You can write it. For example, we are going to apply for a job, right? How do you write it? Application for the post of assistant accountant. Application for the post of assistant. Like that, it should be a phrase form. Don't write a lengthy sentences. Don't copy that one sentence from the question and don't paste it here, right? That is a very prominent. It should be a phrase. Phrase means more than 2 words, right? Okay, that's it. Then introduction, how you are going to start that letter. So that's a letter, right? How to start, that is come under that introduction part. Then elaborate the idea, the body. Conclusion, once again, right? What is we are going to emphasize the main idea, that is come under the conclusion. Then closing that, That is called complementary clause. We say sometime closing part, right? We have finished it, closing part, then name of the center. Closing part mean yours truly, yours faithfully, something we put it and finish it. These are the components or parts of the formal letter. These are the things if you have in the letter where, right? All these things are there, these components are there, you can get 1 marks in your GC O-level exam, right? This is called under the format. All the letter is wrong, grammatically wrong, vocabulary wrong, you have to use it this one, right? You can get 1 marks, right? This in this, even you are writing that everything disorder, punctuation mistakes, there are so many mistakes are there, but you can automatically get 1 marks for format. All this, even you write the letter perfectly, if you miss something, subject or salutation or something, you lost your 1 marks. Is it okay? That is why I tell you, right? These are all these points must included in your formal letter, right? Okay. These are the ideas kept in your textbooks also there, right? Next. Characteristic of these are the theoretical part. Now I come to that, right? Characteristic part of formal language, right? Before that, right? Characteristic of formal language. First, what is a formal language? Formal in the letter. Formal letter means what are the characteristics? First, very serious. Serious means it should be straightforward. You say your idea, objective, you should write it, right? Or serious, objective. Specific vocabulary, I already told you. Specific vocabulary, it should contain particular vocabulary. You can't use all the vocabulary what you are talking. I know English, you can't write it the letter, formal letter. Because you should use specific vocabularies. Normally, the formal letter, we never use it, but, right? Because it's an informal vocabulary. Or instead of that, we have to use it. What is it? However, some of the ways we can't teach all the vocabulary. What are the formal vocabulary? How do you do? You get the vocabulary. I am going to introduce you some vocabularies, right? Before that, but I can't teach all the vocabularies to you. What are you going to do? You are going to read and gain some of the practice it. Read and read. You gain some vocabularies. No contractions. Contracted form. Contracted form. Don't write in the formal letter. It can't. You can't. This type of word. Did use it contracted form. These are the contracted form. You can't use these contracted forms in the formal letters, right? More complex sentences, very important in the even the GC O-level exam paper marking. These are the considered your marking criteria. More complex sentences. Complex sentences mean, right? To sentences are connected with conjunctions or relative pronoun is called complex sentences. It's one of the main idea is told. Other one is subordinate idea is there. So this is called complex sentences. Is it okay? Right? Then controlled and impersonal. It means the idea be very short and brief. The idea should be stated clearly. That is come under that. Right? Normally, when do we use the formal languages, formal letter? Where we use it, the formal job interviews, why we are talking, even interviews, we are talking about that. We have formal language, we are going to talk about that. Principal's office, why we are talking, writing any letters to the principal office, even we are talking with that. Class essays, business, these are the some of the languages or letters, we use it, the formal language. These are the some theoretical aspect I am teach you, right? What are the characteristics of the formal language? Formal letter, language or letter. When do we use the formal language? Here, these are the situations where we use the formal language. Is it okay, clear? Writing a formal letter, formal letters use formal specific greeting and endings. So, sometimes we have to use dear, doesn't matter, right? Finally, yours sincerely, we never use it. Normally we have to use it. Yours, dear sir, madam. This one is the correct one. Yours faithfully, right? These are the some formats. We are advanced vocabulary. Here, see it, ambition, employment. I am writing to apply. You are going to apply for the job. How to write? I am writing to apply for the post of like that. I like this job. Don't write like that. Next one, formal linking words. I already explained you. Therefore, we can't use it normally. So, instead of so, we have to use it therefore. However, instead of but, we are using however. Right? Is it okay, clear? These are some tips I will give you for the formal writings. Is it okay? Then I will go to that formal letter writing, how to write a complaint letter according to your syllabus. Is it okay? First one, sir, madam, yours faithfully, right? Second one, vocabularies and set of phrases, right? This is to inform you, that is ideas, okay? Third one, formal linking words. Linking means connecting two sentences. We can't use all the connecting words. There are so many. Some are there, formal there, we are using therefore, however, right? Like that linking word. Very important. Next, I am talking about in the formal letter writing, mostly using structure. I am going to talk about the structure is passive form. Most of the structure is used passive form. You are known that active, passive. For example, principal request all the students attend the school or like that. The sentence is going that. We can write the principal request the all the students, right, attend the school on that day is informal language. How do they? All the students are requested to be present like that. Right? These are the passive form structures. Mostly the structure should use the passive form. Right? Okay? The structure, this is come under the structure. Right? Structure form. So most of the time we have to use passive voice. Is it clear? Then polite forms. We have to use polite form, full of polite form. What do you mean by polite? More respected form. Here the vocabulary we have to. Normally, we have finished a job. We say, I have just finished it, is informal language. Here, I would be available, would. Right? Okay. These are the formal, full polite forms. Then, the formal letters don't use informal greeting. Hi, how are you? I am fine here. That is come under the informal languages. Everyday language, colloquial language, we never use it. Everyday hi, right? Colloquial words, lot of phrasal verbs, idioms. Don't use lot of things, idioms and proverbs. Don't use too much pack in the letter. Just only they ask you 100 words or something. You have to write main ideas. Don't repeat the idea and elaborate the idea and write and rewrite. Don't do like that, right? So the letter should be very brief. That's the idea. Is it clear? The major idea is the vocabulary and sentence structure. Sentence structure should be passive forms. Mostly when you need it, you have to use the passive form. Is it clear? This is the... Now, some of the formal and informal, formal versus informal. Ask, informal vocabulary. I am touching you some informal, how to, right, change into formal. Ask, it's an informal language. I ask you, right? We use it ask or ask for, we use it inquire or request. I request you, don't say ask. Is it okay? Book, book means verb. Here we use it. We have to use it, reserve something, right? Reserve. Please, I kindly ask you to reserve a seats, 5 seats for our students. Reserve. Check. We use it. Verify. Formal word. From, you say, you have introduced you. I am from Jaffna Hindu College. I am going to into speeches, normally say like that. But we never use it like this in the writing skill. On behalf of the Jaffna Hindu College, I am, right, going to speak about something. I am going to write on behalf of grade 11 student, right? I going to write a complaint regarding that you are going to make that type. On behalf of very prominent structure. Don't write from. Right? The formal language is on the behalf of. Normally we use get. What is that? Receive. The formal vocabulary is I received, I get is wrong. Give, we never use it, give the word, give in the formal language. The formal language we use it, provide. Help, I help you, I sure I'll help you, right? I'm sure principal will help you. Informal language, formal, I'm sure the principal will assist, right? Need, I need your help. Once again, same vocabulary. So, ask, need, we use instead of that request. Is it okay? These are the, right? Some of the formal vocabularies, you be careful while you are writing formal, even formal letter or any other formal writings, you must use this type of vocabulary. You should familiar with these vocabularies, right? Say sorry, right? So sorry is wrong. Here, apologize is an informal language. Formal language is apologize. Say hello to, normally give my regards to, right? Last, tell, please tell, we have to use it, inform. There are so many other vocabularies are there. I gave it for the sample, right? How you are going to improve when you start to write a formal letters, what are the prominent things you are going to consider, right? What are you going to do? You have to read lot of formal letters are available, right? Now in the internet, you can search it, or books, in the letter writing books. You better see, they use this type of vocabularies. Some of the students say, I know English, but they write this type of vocabulary in the exam point of view. They use it. Then after that, they say, oh, exam is very easy. Same question appeared the letter, but they get B pass or C pass. It means these are one of the not accepted. The grammar, sometimes your structure is, I am from, you write like that. Grammar structure is correct, but is considered as an error. Informal language. Is it okay, clear? And now I introduce formal vocabulary versus informal vocabulary. Is it okay? Right? Quickly I'll go. Next one is some formal structure, only one structure is not clear. I will touch it quickly. Informal structure, I think, is informal, wrong. Right? How do you say? It is my opinion that, right? Like that, right? Just a note to say, other that, finally I say, just a note to say, informal. I am writing to inform you that, you put it and writing that. The structures like this. Is it clear? These are the structures. You should ready-made structure. You remember, you get some structure, practice, read and get some ideas. You can't write it. I think if in the formal writing, you can't write it. It is my opinion that, oh, please accept our apologizes for, I'm sorry to say wrong. Please accept our apologizes, right? I am writing to inform you that, like that. Is it okay, clear? Right? It's a formal structure. Next one, in your textbook, read according to this activity is taken from your textbook. Read the following instruction, how to write a formal letter. Now I'm going to that your textbook activity, right? How to write a formal letter. Write them in your book in the proper order. First one, which is the first one, anyone? You do it, anyone have it done earlier? Say, write the sender's address on the top left-hand side of the page. Right? B is the first one. Second one, what is the second one? Place the recipient's designation and address. Designation means their title, job title. Principal is a designation, right? Teacher is a designation, right? Place of recipient's designation and address online beneath the date, right? Then you write the second one. This is the second one, D. Third one, what is the third one? Use appropriate, this is the third one, use appropriate salutation to the person you are writing to whom you are going to write it, right? This is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third one. What is the fourth one? Write F. Write the subject of the letter and underline it. Okay, this is the fourth one. Next one, what is the fifth one? After you're putting the title or subject, right? What is that? Write the body of the letter. This, give it this title. Then you write the body of the letter. This is the fifth one, right? Next one. Sign off your letter when appropriating the closing, right? Please write the sign off your letter with an appropriate closing. Sign off your letter with appropriate closing. So this is the last one here. This is the one place you are going to place the date directly below the sender's address. Is come under the senders here, join with, missing that is. So if you are miss it, what are you going to do it? Here, sender's address, here this one is joined with this one. Is it okay, clear? Right, I miss it here. This one is joined with the sender's address on the top of the letter side on the page. Place the date directly below the sender's address. So after that, these are the idea. This is one of the theoretical aspect. Is it clear? Right? So according to this one, this is called format of the letter writing. Is it clear? So it come there. Next, right? I'm going to do, this is a textbook. This is one of the complaint letter. Complaint mean, what's the difference? First of all, I say, what's the difference between complaint complaint? What's the difference between complaint and complaint? This one is a verb form. Meaning is same. This one is the noun of the word. Is it okay, clear? So, the address here, see the subject, they start with the noun format, complaint against dumping garbage in public places. Say, FJP is, this is a letter, complaint letter, I took it from your textbook. FJP is Pubudupura, Danipitia, 13 March 2015. The Mayor, Municipal Council, Danipitia. Dear Sir, complained against dumping garbage in public places. This is the, what is that? Subject or title. I would like to bring to your attention here, introduction, the body, they are starting the introductory sentence. I would like, if you write it, see, I like to bring is correct, English is correct, but informal language, what is the word they use it? I would like to bring to your attention a problem that, say, connected, complex sentence, they connect it. I told that is faced by the resident of this area. Is it okay? How they are making a formal structure. I would like to bring to your attention a problem, one sentence. They are connecting the relative pronoun that is faced by the resident of this area. Is it okay, clear? Two sentences connecting with relative. Okay, relative pronoun or relative clause. The formal letter must write like this, must. Second one, you see, we have noticed, see one sentence, noticed that, connecting the other idea, that there is a lot of garbage that has been disposed around the tank bund for the past few months. Full stop. Here, it's a complex sentence. Right? Tank bund, you know, the big ponds are called tank. Bund is the surrounding area. Right? The tank bund has been a place, they're connecting relative clause where? Place where many children gather in the evening to play, and we have worked very hard to keep that area clean. That area here, not pronoun, that's not a conjunction, right? Relative pronoun. Here they use it, pronoun, right? Okay. But today we see that many ice cream cups, food wrappers, and polythene bags have been carelessly thrown away all over the area. On the rainy days, there is a bad odor in and around the area, and there is the risk of spread of diseases. Okay? Please be kind enough to look into this matter as soon as possible. See, please be kind enough to look into this matter as soon as possible. Thank you, yours faithfully. Is it okay, clear? It's a textbook, you have to read it. Very simple thing, nothing special. Now, this is one of the model of the complaint letter. Is it okay? Now I am going to give you one of the activity. Right? Please jot down your notebook and you are going to write it. Write a letter to the editor of the local daily newspaper complaining against the school bus drivers for rash driving, mean careless driving, and overcrowding of buses causing risk to the lives of innocent school children. One of the letter they give it is a complaint letter. To whom you are going to write it? The editor of one of the local newspaper, local daily newspaper, any other paper, you put it the heading, doesn't matter, right? Okay, how do you write it? Earlier I told you all are practical aspects. What are the components? What are the structures? What is the right? That is the theoretical aspect. Now this is the practical. You want to write it. What are you going to do is, what are you going to do? You have to go to the model letter and try to change it, write your practice it in your own. Some of the ideas you have to newly included. Copy that and you have practice it. This is the way we are going to improve our writing skill in the formal letter, especially the complaint letter. This is come under the complaint letter, right? So what is the heading you are putting? This is the verb form, complaining. Here, they give it. How do you write it? Don't write, copy the same structure. We have to put it in the noun format. Complained against the school. Complained against the reckless drivers or something. Don't write all the school bus driver, right? Or write against, don't use it the same. Very brief, you have to write it. Don't write it on bus driving and overcrowding and of buses causing risk. Don't drive like that. Only very phrase form, complained, the starting with a noun format. Is it clear? So you have to practice it, right? Next, for example, I'll give you for one of the suggested answer, right? In the letter you write it to whom, right? Receiver and sender's address and you write it yourself. See, one of the idea, one of the suggested idea I will give you regarding, what is one of the title? One of the, I say you can write it so many ways. Don't think this is the one of the correct answer. This is one of the suggestion, right? Possible answer. Regarding reckless. Reckless means careless driving of school bus drivers. Is it okay? Through the columns of your esteemed newspaper, right? Here we're going to write it in a paper, column. So, I wish to draw the attention, here's the structure. I wish to draw the attention of the concerned authorities towards the grave issue of rash driving being paciform done by school bus drivers that pose a threat to the lives of innocent school children and trespassers. This is the introductory sentence. You can write in any other ways. This means your column, in your newspaper, particular section, he wrote it. For example, right? We are using, we can write in Tamil papers, our daily papers, we can write some opinions. Some pages are there, opinion, right? Some pages are there. So that is why I say, through these columns, your esteem means famous newspaper, I wish to draw attention of the concerned authorities, right? Then, driving in a zigzag manner on a packed road, crossing speed. This idea, one of the guided points are there. Lights has become very common despite a strict regulation regarding speed, none of these, right? Drivers seem to follow them. This shows that there's a lack of implementation. Implementation means there are so many instructions are there, road signboards are there, but these are the lack of formal vocabulary. There is a lack of implementation, right? There is a okay, sorry for the disturbance, right? Drivers seem to follow. So, by addressing this issue, its scope to public awareness towards the dangers of reckless driving can be raised. It is also the time for the traffic authorities to take stronger measures against the reckless drivers, which includes leaving heavy fines. Leaving heavy fines mean, right? Financial taxes, right? Tax fines and for fighting their licenses, ban their licenses if they are found passive form, guilty of breaching the traffic rules. This is one of the suggestions. I give some points. You have to include that. But you can write in your own. That is the prominent. Is it okay? Right? This is the one of the suggested idea. Answer, you have to give it some points only. Don't write it, this is the correct way. You can write like this, how to start it. Is it okay? You have to practice it. This is the way you are going to improve your complaint letter. And I will give you another complaint letter. Right? Another letter model. Write a letter to, right? Don't bother about this. One of the name, right? HMT Corporation complaining, this is the name of the company, Chandigarh. Corporation Chandigarh, complaining that the wristwatch you recently bought from them does not function properly. Ask for the replacement. Right? You are going to first complain. Right? The solution is, you say one of the solution, you ask them, one of the solution for that is not function properly. So you ask the replacement, or you can say, give your money back. You can use your ideas. They give you some guided points. What are the solutions? So the idea is complaining. The main letter task is a complaining. You are going to complain to the shop owner, the company, where you bought a wristwatch. Is it clear? Yeah? You have to practice it. Actually, this is one of the writing skill. Is it okay? Right? Please, you have to use this type of writing. Have got it, the idea? Next one, right? This is the idea. See? This is a suggested, I give it some point. Complaint regarding the function of watch. Right. Right? Complaining function of the watch and its replacement, or something you can complain regarding, right? Function of the watch or malfunction. You can write in your own. Don't think it. I will guide you how on February 27, 2018, I bought a Titan watch, model number, worth rupees 5,000 from your store. Unfortunately, your product has not performed well. Has not performed well. The watch doesn't work half the time despite several attempts at changing its battery. I'm highly disappointed. I'm highly disappointed because such act of neglect is not expected from such a renowned stores. Is it okay? Now, to resolve the problem, I would appreciate you changing the watch with a new fully functioning model. I have the receipt intact. Enclosed are the copies of receipt along with the guarantee card. I look forward, complimentary, the finishing part, complimentary clause. I look forward to your reply and resolution to my problem, and will wait until a week before seeking help from your consumer protection agency. Please contact me at the above address or by phone. These are the some such. You don't write like this. My problem. This all, you stop it here. Like this. I look forward your reply as early as possible. Is it okay, clear? I look forward to your reply as early as possible. Very simply, you had, because I gave it you have to read lots and lots of formal letters. Then only you can come to the idea. Only you memorize it and writing is a wrong idea. You can't score it. I am teaching you for the distinction pass. right? So if you want to get a distinction pass, you have to work, right? Little bit hard, read lots of work, formal letter. I'm not, right? I can't teach 100%, right, perfectly, right? This I am giving you guided. I guide you how to write the formal letter. This is not a 100%, right, class, teaching, right? So I will guide you how to get a distinction pass. Is it okay? So these are the complaint letter. Now, this is the last question part. Right? You are in the textbook. Imagine in your textbook the activity, fourth activity in your textbook. Imagine that you are the mayor of Danipitia Municipal Council. Write a reply to Mr. Pires informing him of the immediate steps that would be taken to solve the problem. Now this is activity come under the reply for the complaint letter. Reply for the complaint letter. Reply letter. Right? This is one of the another text. I will touch you in the next class. How to write the. First I will teach you what is the, according to the textbook, I will touch you what is the complaint letter, what are the components of the complaint letter, right? What are the language you have to use it, what are the vocabularies. Okay, so I told you, you practice it. Please, I give 2 questions, you practice it and do it. I will teach you how to write, right, the reply. Is it okay? Next class, I will tell you how to write a reply for the complaint letter. This is another part, right? Reply for the complaint letters. Is it okay? Thank you very much. Right? This is the first class. So for you, is it very useful? Or please, right, comment me. Right? This is mine. Please, right? Tell your comments to my font. All the students, please comment my font. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll wind up. Right? We will meet again in the next class. Thank you very much.